Deep within the fringes of static space, there resides an astronaut, a traveler that is dedicated to the discovery of teleporter space cannon technology, to go where no space traveler has dared or imagined to go before, on the outskirts of his self constructed lab of interplanetary cannon technology. It is here where new ideas are formed and new discoveries are made via the use of glitches to further space exploration without the use of starships. These fringes of space are considered Area 61, a classified area of space travel lore to explore in ways that rival your own imagination. These discoveries and abilities made possible by No Man's Sky Voyager's update and the sheer tenacity of Ray Austin 24/7.
So I made some discoveries with the space cannon. This is currently the breach update, and so I'm just going to do it and show you. Basically, how I've got it set up is the teleporters are just set up just one on each end, and so I'm going to add a slew of them to this end and show you 2, 3, 29, 30. Now, because it's even, the number of those is even, I'm going to jump in it down here and it should shoot me straight out. We'll see if it works. Oh, that's a bad thing about no planetary extreme temperature detected. So let's see where we're at. See, the advantage now that we're in I am so far out that I cannot even see the planet. And realize this is 30, basically 30 teleporters. I mean, it just shows you how powerful this space cannon is. It shoots you so far out that there are no planets. I'm in an asteroid belt. I am essentially so far out So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call in my freighter, because if I call in a ship, it's just going to come. It's going to come and pick me up. And so the advantage now is that you can basically be in space, and the cosmic bombardment isn't going to kill you. Whereas before, I mean, it was killing me within seconds. And so you don't have any. Now the con is before I did this. This was before Voyagers, before we could do anything really. And I would call my freighter out here, and it would just I wouldn't even be able to get on the freighter. So I'm not sure if I can even call my freighter. Should be able to call my freighter. You can see the ship icon up at the top and the bottom of the screen, but when I go to it, it disappears and it flips. So oh, wait a minute. I've got a space station icon, but I can't find it. See, essentially what I'm looking for is to see if I can line up something to show me the distance of how far I am out here. So let's call in the ship, I guess. And then what I want to do is I want to call in my freighters, what I want to do. be able to summon my freighter out here. But I don't know, I'm so far out, it may not, maybe it's not gonna let me. Because I am like so far out, you can't even see the space station or nothing. See if we can call in our freighter. Cannot warp freighter here. See, that's changed. Before it would let me do that. And when I say before, I'm talking before Voyagers. But it was very buggy. So, let's see, what else can we do? Let's see if yeah, look at that. That is very strange. See how they're just like there's like no directional. I mean, I am so far out that it will not. Oh, wait a minute. $6,493 KS. 6,493 KS. That is a long way. Essentially, you can go, if you're jetpacking, you can go about, once you get going, you can go about 1 KS per second if you're jetpacking. So now it's pretty quick in my Corvette to get there, but we're talking 5 minutes. Are you kidding me? It's going faster than 5. It's faster than that, but because my Corvette is like ramped up, so it could go pretty fast. But this just goes to show you the power of, you're never going to need 30 teleporters. You're not going to need that. Because you can see there's a planet off to the left. And we're still 3 minutes. We're still 3 minutes in our ship warping there. Yeah, there it is. It's just now coming into focus. You can see it on the screen. Is that nuts or what? To me, that's nuts. And we're still 2 minutes out. And so my base is right down there to the left. So I don't think the base is too far away from the space station, comparatively speaking, based on how far it shot me out there. Now, in terms of direction, I believe that if it's an even number of teleporters, it's going to shoot you in the opposite direction. If it's odd number, then you want to step in the smaller one to go, in the proper direction. But I'm still testing it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works. But anyways, I just thought I'd show you the power of a space cannon. If you and once we get down there on the planet, I'm going to show you how I got the power set up, because you really don't need that much. I mean, I've got extra power set up down there, and it's key that you place it away from the teleporters, because the less amount of stuff that you're rendering in, the better, the less chance that it's going to not work. or get weird to where you have to rebuild it or something. Yeah, so it's very strange that I couldn't call my freighter out there. But the thing is that I did that before, and you could not get into the freighter. It wouldn't let you even get into it. It wasn't rendering it. It was just doing all kinds of weird stuff. And I'm still got another 30 some odd seconds to warp over there to the base. And so if you're using this to complete a challenge or something like that, I'd recommend using these using these. And typically when I do it, 3, 4 is more than enough, because essentially if you're using this to complete a challenge or do some other kind of immersive type gameplay or whatever, it's going to be more than enough. But what I've got here is I've got about 6 batteries and 6 solar panels. And really the only reason why I'm using that here is then I don't have to worry about recharging it, because it'll replenish itself, and there's more than enough power there. I mean, if you look and see, well, I'm overusing right now. So, but I've got 30. You're never going to need that many, because it shoots you so far out, it's not usable. So it's overkill. So we're going to delete some of those off. And that was just to show you how much power this thing has. That distance is not a problem. Distance is not the problem. The problem is the proper distance. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut it down, and I'm going to show you, or hopefully show you, that the directional aspects of it are right, meaning that it's shooting me the right way, because that's another point that I want to make. So we'll edit this out, and I'm going to edit this out, and I'll be right back.
The end is just a new beginning.